are you growing? Like 60%, 70% that you're eating?
I wouldn't say 60, 70. I never even thought of it. I wouldn't say, maybe realistically, I don't even know if I would count it at 15. It looks like a lot because we're from the city. I don't even know if I would count it as 15%. And already when we were in the city, I know how to manage food. I know how to stretch sprouts and things that you have. That's a whole nother discussion. But I know how to stretch things for a season when they're not available. So I had did that in the States. So I could transfer that principle over here. You know what I'm saying? It's not everybody that lives off of just what they eat. And I've gotten a chance to meet different people, and they have different kinds of scenarios going on. Whether they have animals. I can learn from anybody, even though I don't eat animals. You can learn from somebody in terms of pests, what kinds of pests, if their crops fail, what they're using to stimulate their soil, and different things like that. So you'll learn through different growing seasons. So we've had a chance to go through one season. So it's a learning process. But technically, I don't know if I would even say 15%, but still it can be very significant. But I'm going to let you tune in with Masani with the
All
art.
right, thanks, Tasha. So for those who are just hopping on, this is two of my sisters who lived in Brooklyn and now they have relocated to Belize. Hey, Miss Pat. Hey, Winston. Hey, Celestine. So even though we were just supposed to be talking about quilting, we kind of got sidetracked because I asked the question, how is their garden growing? And they just gave me like this beautiful virtual tour of parsley and peppers and papaya and
Seeds and I think I messed it up.
it's incredible, incredible. So now we're on. Hey, so Celestine is saying,
you want to get that table, right?
Oh, sorry. Hey, Marty Thorne and Winston, great. So thanks, folks, for hanging out. And if you want to share this video to anyone who is a crafter, anyone who's into quilting, handmade goods, or anyone who's just in the art world, or anyone who's into the Belizean world, how about that? Because we have Sister Masani who's here, and this is the last night that she's sharing her quilts.
Right.
And I have the last of her quilts in my home. This is actually the signature piece that I use for the post for this series. And so I'm really, really excited that we get to show this one last. And so thanks, Celestine. Celestine shared the video. I appreciate it. So you'll actually get how does your garden grow part 1, and then part 2 or part A of this video, and then part B is the quilt. So if you saw any of the postings on Facebook, the actual flyer that I made, the digital flyer that I made, is of this quilt, and it tells a story that I'm sure is very, very layered, and so I'm looking forward to sharing it with you. So Masani, do you want to give the backstory first, and then I'll show it? And then
can you show it first? I forgot which quilt it was.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Hold on a second. Let me turn this around. Okay. Here we go. I have to stand. Actually, this is so big. I actually have to stand on a stool.
Let me see it. I can't remember which one it was.
Order to show. Huh? It's the one that has like raffia in the middle. I mean, around the base. Okay. Here we go. Hey, Mpume. Yay. All right.
Oh, that's the Osiris, not Osiris. What? Aset, not Aset. What's his name? Asar.
Huh?
That's Asar's the male. Asar's the male. That's the male. No, that's the female. That's Asar. Kwaza. Asar is the male. The female is Aset. That's Aset. That's the female. So that has burlap in it. I used some burlap with some cowrie shells in it. And I used some African cloth. Yeah, the burlap's in the center, right in the center of the brown. Then the curry shells are in there. And then you have some African cloth from West Africa, Ghana, and Nigeria. Some of the cloth from Nigeria. So basically what I did was take it, since it's the female principal, and I just actually, because she has the uterus, so the male is more, it's a different symbol, but you can see the circle, the square is the entrance to her, so she's the female principal of Asar and Aset. So when I created it, I had the intent, because I grew up on Jesus Christ and Mary and all that other stuff. Somebody hit me to Asar and Aset, and they sat me down and told me the whole thing about Seth and everything. And then I was so touched by the story And even a set when he cut his brother up and tricked him and cut him up and put his body in a couple of different places, and that's why you have the apolist. But anyway, I was so intrigued by the story of Hassar and Aset that I dedicated a quilt to both of the male female principals. So that's the female principal right there. Yeah. So
Okay.
the colors are.
All right.
I use the browns as the earth, the browns as the people, the solarized people, the blues, the water, and you see like the whole earth and like the whole natural tones and the colors playing up against each other. And also, if you was to touch it, it has the burlap. It very has a lot of texture, and the other ones are a little bit more softer. And I also incorporated the stitching. There is some stitching in it when you come closer, like the stitching, and that's ooh, a log cabin. That's like the log cabin print, the log cabin pattern that we use when we first start quilting. The first when I teach quilting, I do the log cabin pattern, and then you can break off from there. So I just did the log cabin pattern, and I just broke off and put my own colors, and I threw some cowrie shells in there for some ancestral energy. And basically, I like to keep my stuff simple, so I use simplicity, and I built from the simplicity. And it's timeless. It's a nice piece, and it just really resonates within me as far as the colors and the texture and just the whole pattern, the log cabin pattern. Okay. So that's where.
Now this piece is really, really large. I actually don't.
I think this is like huge. 60 inches, 60 something inches by 62 by 60 inches. So it's really, really big. But I designed it in the back where you can hang it up, so you can hang the quilt up. There's some pockets on the side of the quilt. There's some pockets, right? Pockets. So it's not gonna, you're not gonna ruin the quilt. So once it has the pockets, you can just get a stick and just put it in the pockets and hang it up on a piece of nylon thread, and so it won't show. Yeah. So I definitely make sure I had the pockets on the side so you don't damage the quilt when you hang it up.
Got it. So, and yeah, I think it is about like 62 because I tried to hold it up before I laid it out. And I said, this is like taller than I am. So. Yeah,
that's a big one. That's definitely going to cover the wall.
Yes, it will.
It's a nice piece. Will. Yeah, okay. It's a very earthy piece.
So now I actually have a question, and this actually I did not ask for any of the other quilts. When you do actually sell this, will you be providing I guess, is it called a synopsis or a write-up or like a, backstory to the piece?
Yes, every one of them, I'm going to have a story. It's my signatures on it, and it's going to have the story of how it came to be. So I'm going to definitely have that written up, and that's going to be part of the deal. When you purchase it, you have the story and the rights to it, and you have the signature. So it's original. It's an original piece.
Excellent. And this also, I understand, is a one of a kind.
Yes, it's all of them are one of a kind. I can't make that one again. Once that one is made, it's done. What'd you say, Quata? Also a personalized intro, half an hour intro to the person.
Once it's done, it's done.
So, and anybody that purchased the quilt, they get a half an hour intro with me, with just one-on-one with me, so I can answer all their questions about the quilt.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So they're getting it live and in person, and then they're also getting it
personal. Yep. Yeah, so they're gonna get a half an hour consultation, or any questions they want to ask me about the quilt, and I will anything they have about art or just quilting in general or just art, and I will answer all of their questions about art.
Fabulous. So now we do have the link for your website. And it's etsy.com/shop/MWS boutique. And so they can find all of these quilts. Again, this is the last in the series of Masani's quilts, telling her story, and it's the power of story. And I'm going to turn this back around.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm wiggling because I'm just trying to sit down. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Oh, getting them right and close. So actually, let me just sort of flip over the back just to show you.
Oh, okay.
So this one actually has a black back. But if you notice, there is the pocket that Masani described. All right, so you can put the rod in. And then there is, I want to get real close to, these colors are just so vibrant. This is absolutely my favorite color, this teal.
Yeah, me
and
too.
paired with this lime,
Hmm.
and then these oranges and golds. It almost reminds me of like the Four Seasons.
Hmm.
I don't know why I'm getting that feel, but it kind of reminds me of the Four Seasons.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So I'm a
beautiful.
big fan of earth tones, and I know I'm a big fan of earth tones. Maybe because I'm a Taurus, or maybe I just like growing food. I just like the earth, but I'm really a big fan of the earth. So, and then the blue kind of reminds me of water. So it's just really, it's a heat, and that quilt is very healing. It's very relaxing. Like I know when I had it and I made it and I hung it on the wall when I used to come in the house, like when it was hanging, it used to soothe me. I used to sit down on the couch and just look at it. It was relaxing to unwind.
It
Because
does have a very,
it's
very
very
calming
grounding.
effect.
It's very, I don't know, for some reason it's grounding. It just relaxes me. So it's very earthy grounding. So, mm,
Excellent. So we
yeah.
do hope that I'm going to turn this around now. All
Okay.
right. So thank you.
There you go.
We do hope that people are can go onto the website, the Etsy shop, MWS Boutique, and take a look
Hmm.
at all of the quilts. Again, this is the fourth in the series. And
Hmm.
take a look and give some serious consideration. It is an investment. It is an investment. It is an investment, and it's a really, really
Yeah.
great investment. Whether you are an aficionado, whether you are a curator, that's like my high word for these last couple of weeks. Wakanda forever. And it's very important to own to own your own story, or
Mm,
the story that will tell a part of your history.
right.
So this is Dorielle, and if you have any serious inquiries only, I will field initial questions and then forward you to Masani for final decisions about
Hmm.
purchasing. This is all about
Right.
showing so that you can purchase one of her
Right.
quilts. And there were four, and this is the last in the series. And so, if there are any questions, anyone can field any questions. And if not, not a problem. You can actually put them into the base of the comments even
Hmm.
after we are offline. And then Masani or I, whoever is able to answer the
Hmm.
question, will get back to you
What?
about the answers to the question.
Hmm.
Right. Any
Yeah.
final words on this? And of course, this is not going to be the end of our conversations, but it will be the end of this series on the quilts.
The
But I'm sure
quilts.
there's
Right.
other work we're going to be doing.
I have a
Any
question.
final
Is it
statements?
not about the quilts? Is it cold over there because you have a sweater on?
I
No,
was a
you.
little warm today, but right. It has been a little cool. It was actually like 40 degrees. So it
Oh.
was, why are you trying to rub that in,
No,
Masani? I
because
know
I'm
it's like
looking at
90
you.
degrees there.
I'm looking at you with a sweater, and everybody said it was 60 degrees over the weekend. So, and I'm seeing you wearing a sweater. The
Oh,
weather's just
no,
changing.
it was like 80 degrees on Saturday. And then
Right.
Sunday, we woke up and it was like 40 degrees. Yes.
Wow.
Don't,
That's a
don't rub it
drop.
in. Don't rub it in.
Okay, because
Yeah,
I was like, wow. Okay, now it makes sense.
right.
Okay.
No, and then
Okay.
yesterday was a serious, serious, serious windstorm, rainstorm. It was
Wow.
ridiculous. It was ridiculous. So it's just gone
Wow.
back up to maybe 47, 48 today. It's supposed to get maybe 55, 50 or something like that tomorrow. But still, it's not that. Mm-mm. The 80 came and gone. Came
Wow.
and gone.
Okay. Now, okay, that makes sense. Because I was like, what's going on over there? Oh, and
And
listen,
just sitting there sweating. I know
that's interesting. Okay.
what's
Thanks for
happening.
answering that. All right. So anything with the quilt, you could just email me, and either me or Sister Dorielle will get back to you. And like she said, only serious inquiries. And that's pretty much it. If anybody has any questions, you know. Thank you, Dorielle, for your time,
Wonderful.
energy, and I just appreciate you. And I just want to say thank you for going out of your way to assist a fellow artist in Belize. All right. So thank you.
Excellent.
All right. So I'll talk to you.
Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessing.